Veil of Secrets, Chapter 13. Under the Bed. Old secrets are uncovered as you pursue a promising new lead. Let me see if I'm getting this right. You went unauthorized to interrogate the lighthouse keeper, Nikolai Petrov? Yes, but you have to understand a whole lot of evidence pointed right to him. And no one else was going to follow up on it. So you confronted him and he was gunned down by Deputy Duffy? I saved his life, barely. That seemed like a major development, especially with all the evidence you found at the lighthouse. It was, but what we found there was just the tip of the iceberg. Oh. Veil of Secret. Yeah, it would have been hard to snipe in a lighthouse. That's why I was like, whoa, he done got. You, Naomi, and Flynn stand in silence on the Birchport marina, each lost in your own thoughts. Grant is down on the docks in the middle of the commotion. Behind you on the waterfront, sirens blend in with a cacophony of voices centered around a police boat. Duffy is there trembling, watching as EMTs load an unconscious Nikolai onto a stretcher. God. You alright? I think so. I can't believe what just happened. You saved Nikolai's life. You should feel like a hero. I was running on pure instinct. And if he's the one who kidnapped Kate, if he killed Tanner and Bryce, then all I did was save a murderer. You still did the right thing, Jamario. I know, it's just all so complicated. Seeing a guy shot right in front of you, of course you're shaken up. Grant comes running up. You look chipper. I know this might come off a little strange considering everything that's happened, but I have good news. Really? What? Grant knew about the Sterling photos? Duffy collected all of the evidence we found back there. Like all those photos of the Sterlings. And while he's up there, he found this. Grant holds up a small plastic bag. Inside you see a tangle of shiny red. Oh, check this out. Octopus mask. Oh, the HE double hockey sticks. Now, I find it interesting that Duffy was up there getting the evidence and he was okay with showing what happened. He was okay with showing Grant. Kate couldn't remember her kidnapper's face. She did say no, but she did remember a red octopus mask. I mean, it adds up, right? 2 + 2 equals our killer. Oh, that's the last one. But he kidnapped her. That might not be the killer, though. But am I missing something? This is good news because no matter how much Hornby preens and struts, there's no way Judge Winters will ignore this. With this evidence, I'll be able to clear Kate's name in no time. What about Wash? Won't he, I don't know, pull some crap to screw this up for us? Let him try. With all the evidence we have now, any jury would see that Nikolai killed the Sterling brothers, not Kate. You have a point there. I hope that Grant isn't like covering up something. I don't know. What's wrong, Naomi? You don't seem excited. I don't know. Something about this just feels off to me. But honest, Jamario, do you really believe Nikolai did this? I don't think he did it. I do not think he did this. I think maybe he could have did the kidnapping, but I don't know. Even though the mask is there, I feel like somebody could be planting it on him too. Oh my gosh. And who knows? Maybe Duffy planted the mask. Because it wasn't there when we was there. I don't know. Maybe Duffy's also part of that group. I'm gonna say maybe. The evidence against him is pretty strong, but are you serious right now? I'm not sure. My gut is telling me to keep digging. You go do that. Meanwhile, the rest of us will be freeing Kate. Wait, we're forgetting something important. The stuff Nikolai said up there about his past and all the things he did, about something under the bed. And just before he passed out, he said still alive. I don't think he was talking about himself. So he has some secrets. So what? I hear you, Jamario. There's definitely more to Nikolai's story, but for now, the evidence pointing at him should be enough to get Kate out. Think we need to focus on that. The good news is, if there's more to his story, we've got plenty of time to dig it up. It'll be months until he's well enough to stand trial. If you can really get Kate out on bail, Grant, you might be my new best friend. Don't celebrate just yet. We still have the actual hearing to get through. Luckily, I already called Judge Winters and she agreed to convene an emergency session tomorrow. Okay, I don't know why that kind of that's suspicious to me. I don't know. That must have taken some serious convincing. It did, but it was worth it. Wait, tomorrow? As in like 6 hours from now? We should probably get some sleep, or at least, you know, try to. Yeah, good luck with that. You glance down the marina in the direction of your B&B. The street looks dark, but you feel skittish after everything that happened. It sure will be nice to have someone to walk with. I'll ask. Okay, who should we ask? Okay. I kind of don't want to walk. I don't know. Naomi? Yeah, because I'm like, okay, if I walk with Grant, I could get more information of what he knows. But for some reason, something is making me not trust him. Flynn's just gonna be angry because he already questioning me. Grant is like, yeah, we're just gonna pin it on this guy for now until we get her out, but I don't know. I'm gonna say Naomi. I feel like she's the only one I could trust right now. Hey Naomi, would you mind walking me home? I'd be thrilled to. You say goodnight to Flynn and Grant, then set off down the street with Naomi. The two of you stroll down the empty marina. The calm night air cools against your skin. The boat gently rocks in the waves. Soon you make your way into the downtown section of Birchport. How are you holding up? I'm alright, just processing it all. Seriously, it'd been HE double hockey sticks of a day, huh? Probably even more so for you. I mean, all this a day after getting fired, that's a lot. True, but I don't know. For so long, being a police officer was my whole identity. Now that I've lost my job, it's weird, but I feel more sure of who I am than ever. That actually makes a lot of sense. One thing I know for sure, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to find out what really happened. And I'm not leaving this town until Wash is fired. Heck yes! And I'll be by your side the whole way. She turns to look at you, grinning. Here's something else, Jamario. You round your corner, and soon you're just outside the entrance to the B&B. You linger there for a moment, staring into each other's eyes. I'm gonna hug her. You wrap your arms around Naomi, hugging her tight. Thanks, Naomi. I don't know what we'd do without you. See you tomorrow, Jamario. Ah, this chipper music. You wake up bright and early the next morning to get ready for Kate's emergency bail hearing. Laid out on a see, and then I hope nothing happens to her now that we're getting her out sooner, you know? Because at least in jail, like, maybe. I don't know. Laid out on a tray at the foot of your bed is a delicious looking breakfast. Where'd this come from? You spot a slip of paper next to the coffee pot. Dear Jamario, I know you have a big day ahead of you, so I fixed up some eggs and coffee. There's an outfit hanging in the closet. I know you'll love it. Ma'am, please. The coffee is full of whiskey? Oh, Miss Harlanay. I don't trust that lady. I do not trust her. If she, you know, what if she messed around with the Sterlings? Oh, you make quick work of the eggs and coffee, then try on the outfit. Okay, this is a nice outfit. But we're not gonna waste our money on that thingy. Wait, does it matter? It don't matter. It isn't. This is, you know, it's a pretty nice outfit. We're gonna say no thanks. We're gonna bum it out this whole game. I love you, Miss Harlanay, but I'm sticking with my own clothes. Alright, let me scroll back up. You slip inside the courtroom just as the hearing is beginning. You spot Kate sitting at the defense table next to Grant. You give her a little wave and she waves back. Hey Jamario, over here. You spot Flynn and Naomi sitting together. They saved you a seat between them. You slide in gratefully. You look over at the other side of the courtroom. D.A. Hornby is scowling deeply. Chief Walsh is sitting just behind him in the gallery, beet red with rage. Why is he so mad? Okay, Emerson, what's good enough to bring us all here at 7 a.m.? Your Honor, in light of startling new evidence discovered last night, I ask you to reconsider your ruling on Kate O'Malley's bail. I'd like to call Deputy Jeff Duff, oh, his name is Jeff Duffy, to the stand to help give that evidence the proper context. I'll allow it with great and abiding curiosity, Mr. Emerson. A haunted, trembling Duffy shuffles toward the witness box, reluctantly raises his hand for his swearing in. Deputy, could you please tell the court what happened last night at the Birchport lighthouse? You better tell him that he shot somebody. Certainly, sir. I mean, Grant, Mr. Emerson? Just pick one. Order in the courtroom. Right, sorry, Your Honor. Yes, sorry. Okay, I actually feel bad for Duffy, or I'm kind of enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. What part? Walsh's little lapdog being held accountable for once. I'll take my karma where I can get it. Yeah, cause Duffy could be like that one person that like left somewhere, changed his identity, and then popped up out of nowhere. He could be like one of the Sterling's like plants into the system. Who knows? I don't know. Sometimes I feel sorry for Duffy. Really? He doesn't seem to have any friends or family. He's all alone. I mean, look around the gallery. Is there anyone here for him? I guess not. Deputy Duffy, can you tell us what happened last night? I had a report of a boat driving recklessly in the storm, so I went out to investigate it. When I arrived, I found Nikolai Petrov intoxicated, pointing a gun at, well, you, Flynn, Naomi, and Jamario. I believed you all to be in immediate danger, so I shot Petrov. I'm glad he admitted it. Gasps roll. Hold on, wait. Gasps roll across the gallery. Chief Walsh lets out a long sigh. But it wasn't fatal. I mean, I did what I had to do, but you never want to kill anyone, you know? How come he couldn't just like shoot him in the leg or something? Of course, which is why I want to personally thank you, Deputy. You were a true hero last night. Oh, so Grant did that to like talk to him, kind of like to butter him up a little bit. Flynn leans over to whisper in your ear. Grant's laying it on a little thick, don't you think? Just a tad. Mr. Emerson, as interesting as this all is, I fail to see the relevance to Kate O'Malley's incarceration. As an eyewitness to last night's events, it is my assertion to Nikolai Petrov is guilty of the murders of Bryce and Tanner Sterling, and that he kidnapped Kate O'Malley. Murmurs of surprise bubble through the gallery audience. Your Honor, I'd like to introduce Exhibit A into evidence. This red octopus mask was recovered from the lighthouse. Kate O'Malley testified prior to its discovery that she recalled a red octopus in connection with her kidnapping. I'm happy to call her to the stand to confirm this, but I'd like to introduce her sworn statement as Exhibit B. Grant offers... Oh, am I gonna have to remember the exhibits? Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. Okay. Grant offers Kate's written statement to the judge. She looks over it with obvious interest. Flynn leans over to whisper in your ear. Do you think Judge Winters will buy this? Yeah. She'll see, what we all did. It's too much of a coincidence. But we only have Kate's word that her kidnapper was tied to a red octopus. True. Judge Winters takes her time examining the exhibits while the courtroom waits in tense silence. Finally, she looks up. I'll need 24 hours to review the evidence and come to a decision. This hearing is adjourned until 3 p.m. tomorrow. Naomi nudges you, smiling. I think Kate's going to get bail. Really? Winters is a good judge. She's tough but fair. My hunch is she always wanted to grant bail, but she needed a good excuse. I hope you're right. The three of you make your way toward the defense table. How are you holding up, Kate? I'm alright. It's just a lot to take in. Nikolai always seemed like such a nice guy. He tipped well, never got handsy. It's hard to believe he could do this. True. Wait, did she ever say the height of the person? Because he's supposed to be really tall. True, but you can't really trust anyone, or at least justice has been served. I'm gonna say you really can't trust anyone, especially in this town, because everybody has secrets. No, that's not true. I trust you and Grant and Flint and Naomi. You've all been here for me through this, and I'm incredibly grateful. But on the bright side, it looks like I might get bail after all. I can't wait to be back in my own apartment to sleep in my own bed. I don't think she should go back to her apartment. Because remember that teddy bear with the cameras in it? It could have either been planted by Tanner or somebody else. And to pour myself one H double hockey sticks of a drink. Any luck with we'll be buying you that drink before you know it. Kate says her goodbyes, hugging everyone before the bailiff leads her away. So I guess the only thing left to do is wait? That is gonna be a long 24 hours. I suppose I could use time to polish my resume. You do that. I've got people to see. Ooh, who he gotta see? The two of them hug you and grant goodbye, leaving you alone in an empty courtroom. Who is Flynn going to see? Because he said that with a mad face. Thank you for everything, Grant. You're a dang good lawyer. I like to think so. Listen, I don't know if you have plans, but my family owns a cabin out on St. Louis Island. He is rich. I was going to head out there to unwind a little. I was wondering if you want to come with me. Are you asking me out on a date? No, I'm asking you out on the best date. Okay, 30. How much more are we gonna need? Okay, let's go on a date. I would not be trying to go on a date. I'd be stressed out. That sounds fantastic. I assume we're heading out there in your speedboat? If that works for you, I promise to observe the no-wake zone this time. I think that might be best, because Duffy will probably be following us. I would not be surprised if Walsh made Duffy follow us after he told us to leave. I couldn't agree more. Grant's kind brown eyes twinkle. We'll be there overnight if you want to pack a bag. Oh, I'll meet you at the marina. Now we get packing a spending a night bag. Sounds like a plan. You head to the B&B, throw some clothes into a bag, and head to the marina. When you arrive, Grant's readying his boat. He waves from the pilot's seat. There you are. Climb aboard, Jamario. You step into the boat. There's a picnic basket tucked up against the door to the hold. Doesn't that look tempting? What can I say? I thought we both deserved a treat. Can't argue with that. You take your seats and Grant pilots the boat slowly out of the marina. How come I've never heard of St. Louis Island? Maybe because it's private? Wait, what? Funny story, my family kind of owns it. Let me get this straight. Your family owns an entire island? Yeah? Grant turns his face away, clearly wrestling with the words he's about to say. Jamario, can I ask you something? And will you answer me honestly? Of course, I'm always honest with you. Does my family's wealth freak you out? Not really. Let's just walk through this. An absolute brilliant man is taking me to a private island, which we're getting into his fabulous speedboat, thoughtfully stocked with a picnic basket full of goodies. Oh, and did I mention he's incredibly hot too? Okay, now you're starting to embarrass me. Then let me dial it back. I have no issues with any of this, or with you. Alright, I'll take that. They got money. Grant points across the water. There it is. You shade your eyes to look. In front of you is a picture-perfect island with a cabin nestled in the fir trees about 100 feet from the shore. It's beautiful, Grant. Imagine like if you had an island with a whole different house. If I did, I will always be on there. I would never come back. Like, where's Toni J on her island? As your boat draws nearer, you can make out more details on the charming Cape Cod style home. Grant skillfully docks the boat at a small pier just jutting out from a rocky reddish shore. Take a deep breath, Jamario. The scent of pine mixes with the briny sea smell, pure, clean, and invigorating. Amazing. We're really out here, aren't we? It's definitely remote. I mean, where else do you have zero neighbors? You stand still for a moment. The only sounds are the water lapping against the rocky shore, the sighing of the wind through the fir trees, the low hum of chirping insects, and the occasional call of a bird. I can already tell this is exactly what I needed. Me too. You head inside the cabin. Wow, this is not what I expected. It's definitely more traditional than our place on the mainland. I guess my parents wanted this place to feel cozy. Like, I like cozy. Mind if I build a fire? I'll help. You move to help Grant, breaking up the kindling stack next to the fireplace. So tell me, how often do you come here? Not as often as I like, and usually alone. Really? I thought you were Birchport's most eligible bachelor. Maybe according to some people, but I haven't met anyone I really want to bring out here. Until now. Soon the fire is roaring. The sound of crackling wood makes you feel content for the first time in a while. Grant opens the picnic basket and pulls out a bottle of wine, which he pours into 2 glasses. I hope we don't get trapped out here. Like, I hope he doesn't turn on us. I think we should toast to Kate's freedom. You clink your glass with his. Gladly. And now for the main event. He reaches into the picnic basket and pulls out a pie. Its flaky crust baked to a perfect golden brown. What is this delicious looking thing, and where did you get it? It's a savory pie, an old English recipe, and I made it. Seriously? And I thought the private island was impressive. You already knew he was a chef earlier when they was making them crab cakes. You should probably withhold judgment until you taste it. Good looks aren't everything. He slices the pie, revealing layers of brightly colored vegetables and rustic chunks of meat. Oh, interesting. He carefully places a piece on a plate for you. You lift a forkful to your mouth, and the burst of flavor is incredible. The earthy richness of root vegetables, pungent notes from some sharp cheese, a delicate hint of sage, and a rich smoked turkey. Oh my god, Grant, this is quite possibly the best thing I've ever tasted. Hey, remember that brilliant hot guy I was talking about? Did I mention he's also a great cook? I'm glad you like it. Making something for you, I don't know. It makes me happy. You wash down your food with a sip of wine and gaze into Grant's warm brown eyes, sparkling in the firelight. You make me happy. Aww. Grant leans over, his eyes searching yours, and he reaches out for your hand. What y'all wanna do? Y'all wanna kiss him? Or y'all wanna nom nom on this cake? Y'all wanna kiss? Might as well, we're gonna kiss. Your lips find his, and soon you're kissing passionately, Grant's hands on the back of your neck, slipping through your hair. That's nice. Gently, Grant pulls you into his lap, and the 2 of you kiss again, taking your time, long and slow. Grant's mouth oh, here we go, down to the freaking collarbone. God, that feels amazing. Oh, they're doing the thing again. You're amazing. You slip your hands up under his shirt. Oh God, grazing your finger. Are they gonna become shirtless again? Jamario. You kiss him again and again, each kiss hungrier, more desperate than the last. And then you break away, gasping and laughing. I didn't mean to come between you and your pie. The pie can wait. Nah, I'm hungry. We had a long day. We need some nom-noms. Grant slips his hand into yours, his thumb lightly stroking your palm. I was thinking of heading to bed. Would you like to join me? I think we'll talk more if we say no. So we're gonna say no this time. Sorry, that's just not what I'm looking for right now. Of course, I'm happy to just spend time with you. The 2 of you gaze into the flickering flames of the fire, quiet but content. Thank you for bringing me out here. Oh, you bonded with Grant. The pleasure's all mine. Alright, the next morning. Oh yeah, so they definitely would have slept together. Ah, that threw me off. The next morning, you awaken to the sound of birdsong, the soft rays of the sun pouring in through the window, gently warming your face. When you pad out to the kitchen, Grant's already there cooking up eggs. I am hungry. Sleep well? Like I was on a cloud. If I were you, I don't think I'd ever leave this place, right? I tell you what, it's a great motivation to get through through a tough week. Grant pours 2 mugs of coffee and serves up eggs and toast. I need some pancakes. Where the pancakes at? Where the French toast at? Where the grits? You know, biscuits. And serves up eggs and toast. Ugh. The 2 of you gaze out at the peaceful island as you eat your breakfast. Ready to head back to real life? If we have to. Yeah, it's a low-carb breakfast. I want something hearty. You need all the fixings. Grant takes take the two of you back to the mainland. Once you've docked the boat, he turns to you. Thanks again for coming with me, Jamario. That was just what I needed. It was what we both needed. He wraps his arms around you, pulling you in for one last kiss. All right, I should get to it. Big day. I'll drive you home. What a gentleman. Grant drops you off at the B&B, waving out the window. Before he drives away, you walk up to the entrance and find Flynn waiting just outside. He glances at Grant's car, disappearing around the corner. Spent the night out with Grant, huh? None of your business. What are you doing here? I wanted to talk. Oh my god, the music. Last night I couldn't sleep. I just kept thinking about Nikolai and how he's connected to the Sterlings. What he said, and it just doesn't add up. What do you mean? Nikolai clearly knew the Sterlings pretty well, but I know everyone who works the docks. None of them remembered him ever being around. And that picture of Nikolai and the Sterlings together, it sure didn't look like he was their employee. Maybe he worked for them off the books, something personal. That's what I think. Because he seems very bodyguard-ish. I had the same thought. I started asking around, and I learned something pretty surprising. What? Nikolai has this old drinking buddy, Sammy Jasper. Do I gotta write that down? Hold on. Sammy Jasper. He told me that one night Nikolai had a few too many shots and started getting sentimental. Yeah, it's so many names. He kept going on about his secret love, the one that got away, the woman of his heart forever. And eventually Sammy worked out a name out of him, Margaret Sterling. I knew it! No way, they had an affair? Apparently, Sammy has some pretty choice things to say about it too. But what does it all mean? Dang if I know. It's like I have these puzzle pieces, but they just don't come together. Should we tell someone? Why would we tell someone? Tell them what? That an old drunk swears Nikolai had a fling with Margaret Sterling? It does sound pretty flimsy when you put it that way. Still, we can go do something some sleuthing of our own. The memorial for Bryce and Tanner is downtown today. The Sterlings will all be there, which means the manor will be empty. If there was something going on between Margaret and Nikolai, I bet we find the proof there. Under her bed. You want to break into their house and snoop around on the word of, and I quote, an old drunk? What, you got something better to do? You're insane, Flynn, you know that? Kinda my brand. Who is AA? So the AA could be somebody Acosta, right? Because that's what I wrote down, somebody Acosta. So we gotta look under Margaret's bed. Flynn tosses you a helmet and the two of you climb onto his motorcycle. Before long, he rides down a dirt road, stopping in the woods behind Sterling Manor. Sure you're down for this? For Kate, I'd do anything. If there's any chance this might help her or even just help us understand what happened, I'm in. I hope you feel that way. But if the cops get called, you better let me take the fall. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, Flynn. The two of you head toward a service entrance at the rear of the manor, where you spot a young man smoking a cigarette. Must be a member of the staff on his break. Which means he probably left the door open behind him. You and Flynn lock eyes. You wink. Help, help, there's a wild animal loose, and it's attacking me. Dear Lord, what is this beast of nightmares? The young man runs over to the edge of the woods, obviously concerned as you and Flynn sneak over to the door. If I heard somebody say it was a animal, I would not run towards it. I'd run inside. I'd be like, y'all better call animal control or something. What he gonna do? What if it was a bear? Like what? As soon as you get inside, you duck inside you duck into a side parlor. Flynn grins at you. This beast of nightmares? I thought you were supposed to be a writer. Lay off me, I'm improvising. So, any idea where Margaret's room is? Actually, yes. You retrace your steps from your earlier visit, stopping at a pair of heavy oak doors. Oh yeah, I think I saw her come out of here. But just as you reach the entrance, the door at the end of the hallway swings open, and the housekeeper walks out. Oh snap, is this going to be a quick time event? Hurry, hide! You hurl yourself into the room, Flynn right behind you. He bangs into you, and the two of you tumble onto the carpeted floor with a quiet thump. Are those crab legs on the ground? Ow. Y'all see that? Are those claws? Flynn's landed right on top of you, his face inches from yours, but neither of you dares to move. He whispers, sorry. Are they gonna kiss? You remain still, listening to the footsteps in the hallway. After what feels like hours, you hear them pass by, then continue down the hallway. You can get off me now. Right, sorry. Flynn rolls away and the two of you stand up. Immediately you realize you're in the wrong room. Whose room is this? This place is really masculine and gross. You and Flynn both say the same name at the same time. Is it Bryce? Bryce, yeah, Bryce. Well, since we're here, we might as well look around, right? See if Bryce was hiding anything. Should we look around? Yes, we should look around. I think, yes. I feel gross even being in here, but if there's a chance he was connected to all this, we need to know, right? Exactly. Those are claws on the ground. Let's check his computer. You spot Bryce's computer on the desk in the corner and boot it up. How you're gonna get in without his password? You shoot Flynn a dismissive look and type password until it logs in. Should have known it wasn't possible to underestimate Bryce. Nothing much on the desktop. Do we dare look at the internet history? Is there a way to bleach our brains after? They probably sell it at Shipwreck Sally's. You scroll through the web history. Looks like what you'd expect mostly. Sports, prawn, a couple of torrented movies. Wait, look at this. Apparently he's recently bought a nanny cam. That's the teddy bear! It was Bryce that bought it. Why was he spying on Kate? The bear we found in Kate's room with the hidden camera. Definitely, there's no chance this is a coincidence. You remember the teddy bear. That son of a... I get it, but we need to stay focused. Let's check his closet. You open his closet. A pile of clothes tumble at your feet. Anything interesting besides the color of that polo shirt? There might be something back here. You reach deep into the closet, rooting around in the piles of clothes. Your finger grazes something strange feeling, the fabric different than the clothes around it. You pull it out. It's a bra. Check it out. A bra. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I think it's Kate's. Did he want Kate? You've got to be kidding me. How would you even know that? Is it her size? When we were in college, she discovered her perfect bra. She didn't stop talking about it for weeks. This is the exact same style, even the same color she always bought. Kate's definitely a red bra kind of gal. Now, why would you say that? So, what, you think Bryce stole it? Would you put it past him? No, I wouldn't. Oh, Bryce was a creep. He was being a creep. Let's check his drawers. You walk over to the dresser, checking through each drawer thoroughly. You pull out a pair of leopard printed Speedos? Oh dear God. Aren't you glad you never been at a Sterling Maynard pool party? Small favors, huh? You shuffle them aside, uncovering a tiny baggie filled with white powder. Whoa, cocaine? Probably. I always knew Bryce was a drunk, but maybe it wasn't his only bad habit. Probably, I always knew Bryce was a drunk, but maybe it wasn't his only bad habit. You slide it back into the drawer, covering it up again with clothing. Maybe it's their family supply. So where does this leave us? We know Bryce was a grade A creep with a drug habit and a serious obsession with your sister. That a-hole is lucky he's dead, because if he weren't, the things I would do to him. I don't think he's dead. I mean, yeah, but we didn't see him. I mean, nobody could have survived the thing, but still. I don't know, we just never got solid, oh, here's his body type of thing. I doubt it'd be worse than getting blown off a cliff by a firework. Wait, do they have their memorial on the same day? Yeah. When they find his body, when they find his body, you think Naomi will let me spit in his face? Ew. I'm gonna let her feel that one. Are we done here? Definitely. Let's find Margaret's room. You walk down to the far end of the hallway where you spot another pair of heavy double doors. This must be Margaret's room. You quickly slip inside. It's immediately clear that you're in the right place. Wait, she has a separate room from her husband? Interesting. Geez, it's fit for a queen. I feel like I might break something if I just look at it the wrong way. Anyway, where should we start? Remember what Nikolai said, under the bed. You both drop down on all fours, pulling up the luxurious coverlet to peer into the dim space beneath the bed. There's nothing there. It could be taped under there. You're just about to stand back up when you notice something. Does that towel look off to you? Definitely. Maybe there's something underneath. You pry at the raised corner of the tile and it easily lifts away. In a shallow recess beneath it is a manila folder overflowing with papers. Sterling Records, 1973 to 98. Whoa, what's this? What's all this stuff? It's the Sterling Company's financial records. These go back decades. The final piece? The two of you flip through the pages, scanning the information. I'm no accountant, but the 1985 numbers look really bad. That's putting it lightly. The company was on the brink of bankruptcy. And then 1986 rolls around and they're doing way better. How? You pull out a page of shipping records. A few are circled in bright red, but the descriptions are in some kind of code. We got the code sheet for it. Are we gonna have to solve a code? Oh snap! Hold on. I'm not sure what that says, but all the shipments are circled. Oh, all the shipments circled were from Russia, and that's where they needed Nikolai. They're on this one sheet, but nowhere else in the official records. Wait, I think I might know what this means. I'm all ears. There's always been this rumor that back in the 80s and early 90s, a lot of drugs came through Birchport. I always figured it was just a lot of old timers trying to make their lives sound more dramatic, but what if the Sterlings saved their family business by getting into different kind of port? Of course. And if they were importing drugs, they'd need a liaison to organized crime, someone to sell the supply. Nikolai. He was their middleman. That's how he knew them. I figured that. You pull out a container inspection report with the same identification number as one of the red circle shipments. The contents are listed as textiles, and at the bottom is Chief Walsh's signature. He must have been in on it. He's not just their stooge, he's their partner in crime. Dun dun dun. It makes sense, doesn't it? That's why he's so invested in making sure no one goes digging into the Sterling's affairs. God, all their talk about importance of their family, all of Wash's self-righteous crap, it's all a lie. They're all criminals, all of them. You know what? And I would not be surprised if Grant's family has something to do with something too, because they could have been their lawyers. Wait, what's this? You pull out a letter written by hand in a feminine script. There's a kiss mark at the bottom, the lipstick long faded. Is that a love letter? I think so. Listen, it starts out, "My dearling Pierce." Guessing it wasn't from Margaret. I'm writing to tell you how much I love you, how much I yearn for you, how much I hunger for your touch. Definitely not Margaret. I know that soon you'll leave your wife and join me, and we can at last begin our life together. Everybody and their mama cheating in this game. Holy crap. It must have been a pretty serious affair if she thought he would leave the family. And there's a date, April 1993. Jesus, this entire family can't keep it in their pants. Wait, there's more. It is with great excitement, but I also fear that I must tell you this news, my love. Oh, is there a secret child? I'm pregnant. We're going to have a daughter. A daughter. Holy Mother of God. It's signed, your devoted Alanis. Okay. The necklace we found in his office. Wait a minute. I wrote that down before, Alanis. But why did I... Wait. I think one of the... Yeah, AA. But I think one of the ships in his office, he named Alanis. Because I wrote it down with the ship names. The locket. AA. Ooh. Alanis Acosta? Yeah. And what if the daughter's name is Taylor Acosta? My God. We might be on to something, y'all. Alanis, the only Alanis I know in Birchport is the one who... Oh my gosh. I want to know, Flynn. You hear a click behind you. Don't ever say that name in here again. You spin around to find Margaret in the doorway. And she's aiming a shotgun at your head. Oh my God. So Flynn knows an Alanis. We need to figure out who it is. And maybe that's what what's his name? Nikolai was talking about still alive. Margaret probably tried to kill the lady or the daughter, and he knows that they're still alive. Maybe that's what I'm predicting. Oh, it's about to go down. Hold on. Let's continue. Okay, we got 40 diamonds left. 42. Okay. So, Chapter 14. How many diamonds we gonna need? Wait, we don't have any more keys until like another